Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Lockdown is Lacquer. I'm so sorry we haven't posted in a while. I had a busy week last week, it's no excuse. But it was my anniversary. I've been married for a year to my wonderful wife Sky, so that is an excuse. Well, it's not an excuse, that's just where I was. We're going to jump in with an insert from my mate Matthew Baker. I know we mentioned him a couple of times in last week's videos. He's stuck in Nigeria, so we're going to have a quick catch up with him. There's a slight possibility that he could be back in the country, but obviously everything's a bit touch and go since we've had this 2-week addition to our extension. Anyways, come with me and we're going to chat to Bakes now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, sweet man. So yeah, I guess what's the basic story is. Okay, what are you doing there in the first place?
First place, we were doing a renovation project for one of the big clients or companies in here in Nigeria. We're doing a sports bar, fine dining restaurant, and like an entire food court in a 5-story center.
Yeah.
So we were here at the end of last year. Then obviously we came home for Christmas and December. Which, by the way, December's going to be cancelled this year. Eh?
You reckon why?
Oh, no one's going to have leave to go away or anything. Oh. So everyone's just going to be working up until the 24th.
Everyone's leave has been chowed properly. Eh? It's dang.
So yeah, then we came back beginning of this year, and no one took Corona seriously in the beginning. And then as soon as it got serious, everything shut down. So we got stuck and left behind.
Fuck, man. Because I remember seeing your status, I think it was like a couple of days before, and you said something like 14 hours in traffic to move.
Yeah, so we are in a town called Port Harcourt, or a city called Port Harcourt, which is down south, about 500 k's from Lagos. So you'd think that, 500 k's, that's Durban, Pietermaritzburg to Joburg, 4 hours, 5 hours, nothing hectic.
Easily done.
Yeah, not in Nigeria. Roads are terrible.
Yeah.
We waited for slips that allowed us to get past police checkpoints. We had to wait for those for like an hour.
Yeah.
The one vehicle, so we went, because there's 15 of us here. We went in 2 vehicles.
Still, currently there's still 15 of you. Or like in the
there's 15 of us all here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, then the one vehicle that I was in, the exhaust kept bombing out. So we had to stop and get that fixed for 2 hours. Getting into Lagos, it was a 10-kilometer drive that took an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. So traveling in Nigeria is not fun at all.
Flip, dude, that sounds like an episode of, I don't know if you remember the Amazing Race, where Oak's always like trying to get to places. And like small things go wrong, but when the smallest shit goes wrong when you're in a rush, it's the most frustrating thing, eh? I mean,
I'm telling you now, and the most frustrating thing in the world was, so the next day we head off to the airport. Our flight was scheduled for 20 to 4. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, we get to the airport at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and the whole morning it's been trying to organize paperwork, and because we didn't have our visas, half of us didn't have our visas or our passport. They were with Nigerian immigration being extended because we had overstayed our visas, and then that was just that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the lady who was doing our visas took the last week off. She just was out the country for a week.
She reckon she'd been working too hard and...
Yeah, so the thing is, she had our passports with her.
What?
She didn't leave them in a safe at immigrations or anything. She had them on her persons with her.
How is that even legal? Like, how...
No idea.
So she's gone on holiday with your passports?
Yeah, or left them at her house or something, but they were not accessible to anyone from Nigeria. Yeah. So anyway, so that was the main stress, was like, are we actually going to even get our passports? So we had photocopies printed. I had Naira ready to bribe the desk and everything just to get on our flight.
Yeah.
Then as we arrive at the airport, go straight to the desk and they look at me and they're like, there's no flight at all. Like, there's not even a plane. That was never ever happening. So sorry, it says online that it's still scheduled, but the flight is completely cancelled.
That's madness. So what do you guys do from? Shit, I need to stop bumping things here. What do you guys do sort of from that point? And I mean, I nearly missed a flight last week, and there was a few seconds leading up to it, and it wasn't even fault of the airport. We just went to the wrong airport. We went to Tambo. Went to Tambo instead of Lanseria, and I live 12 minutes from Lanseria, and like we drove 40 odd minutes to OR, only to get to OR pretty much on time to check in, and the chick was like, "No, you guys are flying from Lanseria," and I was not taking no for an answer. I was like, "I will drive there, and if I see a plane on the tarmac, I'm going to get on that plane." Like I was so determined, and that was literally for a weekend away flight to Cape Town, sort of thing. Like, I can't imagine. What are your feelings going, okay, well, this is my flipping flight home?
Yeah, dude, I don't wish that feeling upon anyone, genuinely. Yeah. Like, it's a sinking feeling of knowing. The whole thing was the uncertainty. So it's not that, cool, okay, there's an business flight to go home, there's another one coming. It's, no, after 11 o'clock tonight, the whole airport is shutting down for a month, and you don't know for how long thereafter. So it's, when am I going to get home? When all of that shit. So that was the worst part. And then it's the scramble. There were two other flights that were leaving that day. A Turkish Airlines flight to Istanbul and a BA flight to London. And we're talking to my boss and the what they call it, the flight agent.
Yeah, the travel agent.
Yes, that one. Looking at details on those flights. The BA flight fully booked. The Istanbul flight only at 3 seats. We went and had a look at hiring a private jet, like a chartered jet, to get back to Joburg. 3.7 million rand to do it. So I even was like, there's no way my boss will ever, I'm not worth that much to him.
Yeah. Shit, I'm not even worth that much to me.
Exactly. I wouldn't even pay that. I'd rather sit it out.
Oh, shit, man.
So that's just difficult. So, you spent a whole day at the airport getting all these leads, trying to follow them up, and then all of them just to not materialize into anything.
Yeah.
And then you head back to the hotel, you stay the night, and the next day we were at the embassy and discussing with them what the plans are, and they're like, there's no plans as of yet. So as soon as we know, we'll let you know. So turned around and headed back to Port Harcourt. We flew this time because we had our passports.
Yeah. What, the lady came back from vacation? She was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Heard you guys were missing these.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, we would have, check-in closes 40 minutes, so we would have made it by an hour if we had got, by the time we got our passports, if our flight was happening, we would have had an hour to play with.
Oh, no, that's a rough one, man. So your existence since then, I mean, I know you and I've texted back and forth a little bit. What's breakfast, Netflix, chill?
Yeah. So our guys, we did pose the question to them and asked, because obviously we haven't finished the job.
Yeah.
And we said, do you want to continue working and whatnot? And they said they prefer not to because of safety concerns. We don't know the true extent of corona in Nigeria. I mean, the figures say one thing, but everyone that I've spoken to in South Africa and Nigerian has all said that you cannot believe the figures that the government are putting out.
Yeah.
So the guys are a bit nervous, so we haven't done anything.
That would have been ideal, I guess, to to be able to go,
Yeah,
okay, well, we're stuck here.
Yeah, exactly. If we could have continued working, nothing would have changed for us there. We would have just continued as normal. It would have been like, because we still had about a month and a half left of work to do.
Yeah,
So
could have been done, yeah.
But unfortunately, we're still waiting for containers to get here. We're still waiting for material to be flown in, and then that all stopped, obviously.
Shit, yeah. So there's actually a backlog of it's a colossal backlog. I mean, we gotta wait for everything to get on track again, and then mad frustration.
All of that.
But yeah, no, so okay, back to
it was what wake up at around 8-9. Contemplate my life for about an hour, then Netflix, YouTube lunch, back to Netflix. Yeah, dude, there isn't much to do when you're stuck in a little apartment, and the only time you leave it really is to go to the shop to buy water in bulk for the week.
Yeah, flip, man. Well, I mean, at least you guys can. You don't smoke though, hey?
No. For the purpose of this video, no, I don't smoke.
No, I was gonna say because I think some people, there's a lot of South Africans who would rather be in a small room with a tower of cigarettes and a few cartons of dope than be here with all this ability to walk around your garden and stuff. But
I've seen on Facebook, those are dying for a guy.
And it's funny. Becky clearly is not having it, eh?
Not at all. Not at all. Like, not even. They haven't even said anything about liquor stores being open for one day with this new extension or anything. People need a restock.
No, they're totally smoothed over it. They're like, yeah, so we're going to extend for 2 weeks. Anyways, you guys have been doing a great job. Enjoy. We'll see you in 3 weeks' time. Keep it lekker. And that was the end of it. As you know, everyone was going to be like, booze.
Oh, dude. But it's around the world as well. I mean, I saw, because obviously being stuck here, I'm on a couple of groups of people stuck around the world. Apparently, like in Peru, they're already on 42 days of lockdown. What? And you're not allowed outside at all. Like insane. Spain, Italy, extended their lockdowns. It's happening around the world. It's an interesting time, but boring as hell.
Boring and interesting at the same time, man. And the other oaks, the other oaks are stuck there with you. I was like decent oaks. Do you guys have a chance to catch up? Or are you doing distancing amongst yourselves?
Well, it's difficult to do distancing when we all between 15 of us we're sharing 4 flats. So,
but at least
we
Same.
So we're sticking to ourselves as much as we can, but if we interact with each other, we know, we're staying inside, so we know where each of us has been and whatnot. But it's a bit different. If someone had to go outside to the shops, then you try to keep your distance for a little bit. But it is difficult when you're living together, and also you're the only source of company that you have as well. We need that human interaction.
No, it lightens up your day, man. I mean, flip. It's a tough one, and it's funny because a lot of people have realized now in this last little period how much you actually miss those people that you just see on a work to work basis, or just flipping the odd family braai or whatever. Now you chat to those oaks a lot, eh? But so you reckon, despite
you've been chatting to.
No, so despite the 2 week lockdown extension sort of thing, you reckon there's a possibility of some light on the horizon there for you guys?
Yeah, we've got news of there is a flight happening on Sunday.
Yeah,
that is confirmed, but it is there's still a couple of hurdles. It's getting permission from the South African embassy to, travel in Nigeria. Then backing that up with the Nigerian authorities to saying that while we are traveling, it's then doing the whole Lagos to Port Harcourt on the roads again because of all domestic flights are grounded. So that's just getting to Lagos. Then it's, like they say there is a flight. Is the plane going to actually be there? Will it take off? Are all those ducks in a row before? So
there's a lot of variables, eh?
As I'm telling a couple of people, I'm 75, 80% sure that I'll be on a flight on my way home on Sunday. But until I am in the air with my ass in that seat, I'm not getting my hopes up that I'm going home.
Yeah. No, flip, man. It's a hard thing to be wishful for. Because
exactly.
How long have you been there now? How long have you been? Oh yeah, as opposed to, so you've been there how long in total, just without constraints?
So we've been here since January the 22nd.
So you've been in Nigeria since January 22nd there?
Yeah, so coming up on 3 months now.
Man. Yeah, it's a long time, bro. And I see, was it your sister's birthday the other day?
Yeah, it's just my Ali's birthday two days before that as well. So missing family things.
Flip. No, it's tough, man. But I mean, we'll be holding thumbs for you on Sunday. And flip, if I could come to the airport with an empty beer, I would. Like some yellow water in a 500 ml cup, man.
Thanks. But so that's one of the things that also that's we don't know what's exactly happening. So if we get on the flight, if the flight actually happens, we have to do a mandatory 2-week quarantine.
Yeah.
And there's so many stories about the quarantine facilities in South Africa, ranging from that they are like the creme de la creme, they sound like 5-star resorts almost, to Portsmouth prison might be a better option.
Well, the one bunch that I heard were the teachers that got taken out of Thailand or China or whatever, like the 150 odd that got flown in. They got flown to a lacquer hotel in the Bundus out here. And I was like, yes, see, that's quite suave. But I reckon if Joe Soap from down the road here, North Riding, needs to go to quarantine, flip, I don't think they're sending him to a hotel. I mean, Monte Casino is empty, but won't be going there.
No, apparently the quarantine facility is at Eskom's Midrand testing center.
You've really lost me. You've just lost me. At Eskom's testing center.
Eskom's testing center. Apparently that is where the quarantine facility in Gauteng is.
That doesn't sound fit for you. What are they testing there?
No, I have no idea. I genuinely don't know what you can test at Eskom.
Man, that doesn't sound safe, bro. No, Flip, there's a lot of nonsense bouncing around, and it's so hard to keep track of what's truth and what's factual, and so many
exactly.
Talk like they know what they're saying, and lots of Oaks are just talking wuss.
I'm probably one of them who talk like they know what they're doing.
Oh no.
Sweet, it's an interesting time period, but we only going to know what the whole implications are and everything when it's all finished. I mean, up until then, we're all in the dark.
Yeah. No, Flip, bro. Well, good luck. Good luck for Sunday. If you get to the airport and you're walking towards the plane, please send me a walking to the plane selfie. If that's permitted, we'll put it up and we'll all give it a little hoorah. But
thanks, guys.
Shot for chatting to me also. Appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks, Xavier.
Have a lucky day, man.
Cool. And the same to you. Cheers, man.
Peace, dude.